Good afternoon, everyone. It's Friday afternoon. It's going on 1 o'clock. We've been reading through the book of Hebrews. Today we're going to go through the 9th chapter of Hebrews. The Apostle Paul, which I believe is the author of Hebrews, the author sets forth the difference between the Levitical law service and the New Covenant. He says, not by the blood of goats and calves, but by his own blood he entered in once into the holy place, having obtained eternal redemption for us. We talked about how he entered in once and how this is a reputation of not only the rebuilding of the temple and offering pure blood red heifers, but also it's a reputation of the Roman Catholic Mass system, because Christ entered once into the holy place. He obtained eternal redemption for his people. And he says the blood of bulls and goats could never take away sin. But Christ is the mediator of the New Testament, that by means of his death for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the First Testament, they were, which are called, meaning his elect, predestinated ones, might receive the promise of eternal inheritance, not temporary. This is the blood of the testament which God hath adjoined unto you. So Christ has entered into heaven itself, now to appear in the presence of God for us. He is our mediator. Not yet that he should offer himself often as a high priest in the holy place every year. Again, do you hear that, people that want to rebuild the temple? Do you hear that, Roman Catholics? It says if he'd done that, he would have suffered since the foundation of the world. But now, once the end of the world, hath he appeared to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself. So Christ was once offered. It says that over and over and over. Christ was once offered to bear the sins of many. And unto him that look for him shall he appear the second time without sin unto salvation. So I'll turn this over to Mark and let him read this entire chapter 9 of Hebrews. I hope you all have a blessed day and a blessed weekend. And let us always remember that the work of Christ, redemption, is already done. Redemption accomplished and applied. There's nothing more for Christ to do than what he did for me and you, for his people.
Hebrews chapter 9. That verily the first covenant also ordinances divine service in a worldly sanctuary. There is a tabernacle made, the first wherein was a candlestick and the table and the shewbread, which is called the sanctuary, and after the second veil of the tabernacle, which is called the holiest of all, which had the golden censer and the ark of the covenant overlaid round about with gold, where it was a golden pot that had manna and Aaron's rod that budded, the tables of the covenant. Over it the cherubims flew, a glory shed, the mercy seat, of which we cannot now speak publicly. Now when these things were thus ordained, the priest went always to the first tabernacle, accomplishing the service of God. And to the second went the high priest alone once every year, not without blood, which he offered himself for errors of the people. The Holy Ghost signifying that the way into the holiness of all was not yet made manifest, as long as the first tabernacle was yet standing, which was the figure of the time then present, in which were offered both gifts and sacrifices. It could not make him that did the service perfect as pertaining to the conscience, which stood only in meats and drinks and divers washings and carnal ordinances imposed on them, time of reformation. But Christ being come a high priest of good things to come, by greater and more perfect sacrifice, tabernacle not made with hands, that is to say, not of his flesh, this building, neither by the blood of goats and calves, but by his own blood, He entered once into the holy place, having obtained eternal redemption for all. For the blood of bulls and goats, the ashes of a heifer, sprinkling of the unclean, sanctifying and purifying the flesh, how much more shall the blood of Christ, through the eternal Spirit offered up himself without spot unto God, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living God. This cause he is a mediator of the New Testament, that by the means of death, redemption of transgressions that were under the first testament, they which are called might receive the promise of eternal inheritance. For where a testament is, there must also necessity be the death of the testator. For a testator is of force after men are dead, otherwise is no strength at all while the testator liveth, whereupon neither the first testament was dedicated in without blood. For when Moses had spoken every precept to all the people according to the law, he took the blood of calves and of goats, with water and scarlet wool and hyssop, and sprinkled both the book and all the people, saying, This is the blood of the testament which God hath enjoined unto you. Moreover, he sprinkled with blood both the tabernacle and all the vessels of the ministry. And almost all things are by the law purged with blood, and with almost all things shedding of blood is no remission of sins. It was therefore necessary that the pattern of things in the heavens should be purified with these, but the heavenly things himself with better sacrifice than these. Christ is not entered into the holy place made with hands, which is the figure of things to come, but into heaven itself, now appear in the presence of God for us. Not yet that he should offer himself often. The high priest enter into the holy place every year with the blood of others. For then much he often have suffered in the foundation of the world, but now, once in the end of the world, hath he appeared to put away sin with sacrifice of himself. As was appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment. Christ was once then offered to bear the sins of many. Unto them that look for him shall he appear the second time with no sin unto glory.
Okay, thank you, Mark.